Greetings and welcome to the Ripple Effect. I am Selena. So, today's topic I want to talk about, I'm not even sure how to title the video. I guess we'll have to see once it is posted. But I was in a particular business maybe last year, and just get the analogy, you know. So, in this business, there was a man who was an older guy. He looked like he might have been in his 60s, maybe early 70s. And so he was going around asking people, did they have a cigarette? I guess he was nervous. I don't know. I guess he ran out. And so he was asking people for cigarettes. And so we were telling him, like, no one here has a cigarette. And so he went to other people. So then he started to get upset. He was upset, saying, like, why doesn't anyone have a cigarette? And then he said, it is un-American not to carry cigarettes. Oh, he was flu hot about no one having a cigarette. Okay, something that is contributing to the detrimentalness of his health. Now, this is not a PSA for those of you who are struggling in addiction with substances. This is not about that. So get the lesson. What it is about someone wanting something, desiring something, craving something that will kill them eventually. A slow death. And some of us are in relationships that are a slow death. And it just amazed me that he was upset at others around him not having what he wanted. It had nothing to do with us. None of us particularly was smokers. So why was he angry at something that was a personal problem? So get the analogy. There are some of us who walk around angry and upset about personal problems. Things that we need to get in our prayer closet and pray about. There are some of us who desire, who crave relationships that are detrimental to our health. Some of y'all got y'all church, y'all friends praying for relationships that you should not be in anyway. And we have to be able to take a step back and look at the circumstances and determine, is this something that is eventually going to kill me? And I'm not necessarily talking about, 6 feet below planet Earth. Heaven forbid that's your case. But if something that, like the scripture says, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, if it's killing your self-esteem, your self-worth, your bank account, your children's mental health, if it's a circumstance or a relationship that is damaging you, oh sis, like I said, I'm not one to say immediately walk away out of something because everybody's circumstances are different. However, if you realize it is not working, it's not working, you've been new, it's not working, what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Like I said, time is finite. And if it's something that is killing you slowly, because let me tell you something. As always, my testimony of being in a relationship with DB, once I left the relationship, people were able to see the change in my personality and how I look, just different aspects of my demeanor. Now, while I was in it, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see that I necessarily changed my demeanor and how I physically looked outside of like the legitimate physical catastrophic changes within my hair, within my skin, things of that nature that I could see. But outside of that stuff, I didn't know that people were able to see afterwards. And sometimes we're in a relationship where we can't see the damage it's causing. Just like this particular gentleman. When you're puffing away on a cigarette, You can't see your little alveoli in your lungs damaging. You don't see them bursting and turning black. You don't see that. However, it is still happening. So when you're in a relationship and you may feel like, hey, everything is fine, I'm good, he's good, you know. And ladies, we know. And I'm encouraging you to get in your prayer closet. Understand that if it's something that is damaging your mental health, your spiritual health, your finances, like, I'm going to pose this question. Like, don't you want joy? Don't you want it? Because I'm telling you, it's sweet. It is sweet having joy and happiness in your life. And I know some people may get caught up in semantics, you know, saying happiness is a temporary emotion, yes, in and of itself. Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is, we are going to have trials and tribulations. Why would you want to add to it? Why would you want to be in a situation that is going to add to it? And some of us, okay, add the problems on ourselves. Because if you have to become a private detective, a little CSI, Blues, Clues type of person, because you're in a relationship, so now you need to put trackers on his phone, put trackers in his car. You need to read his text messages. See if he said he was going to be to work at 3 o'clock and it's 3:04, and you call his job and say, hey, is he really there? Then if he say he's going to go be with his friends, you got to check the friend, but don't call the friend. You got to call the girl of the friend, see if her man cheating as well. So now you want to have a buddy to help you contribute to your stress. And if that is you, understand, you don't have to live like that. Like, why? And I understand why is a trigger term in psychological classes. They tell you you shouldn't. It's an accusatory term, so you shouldn't say why. Little lesson. But how come you would be in a situation that would cause you so much stress? Like, I know of this particular person, okay? And sometimes she feels it's necessary to drive by her boyfriend's job just to see if he's really there. Now, don't you have better things to do? Like, you need to be living in your purpose anyway, what God calls you to do. And I'm not saying that God doesn't call us to be in a relationship. We are meant for partnership. We are meant for love. God created us for that. Not toxic love. Not toxic relationships where you got to stalk him and be a private investigator. And some of y'all just smelling the dude, you know, his to find proof of cheating. Like, come on now. God didn't give you that nose to do that. I'm going to tell you right now, the Lord did not give you a nose to put on somebody's downstairs to find out they cheated. I remember the first time I heard that, I was watching some type of TV show. I don't know, but I could not believe you would, I don't even know if humble is the right term. You would succumb to this level of, I don't know, stupidity. Can I say that? Can I say that? And hopefully, you know, somebody not really offended, but that's the dumbest thing. If you have to do that, the relationship is over. It's over, been over, and it's over, okay? It just is. Because if that's something that you have to do to find out whether he's cheating or not, we have to do better, ladies. We have to do better and learn how to focus on ourselves. And like I said, this is not to say that relationships are important and you should just toss them away. But when it starts to supersede your mental health and the mental health of your children, some of us have put men in front of our children. Children. Some of y'all almost died bringing babies into the world, and you still want to worry about is somebody cheating on you, and it's not even the child's biological father. Not saying if it is his biological father, you should worry about it. But the fact that you would be willing to put someone else in front of the gift that God gave you. Like, you're going to be held responsible. Like, understand that. It's not, we don't just get to birth children in the world and not be held accountable. Although some people believe that they can be faultless when it comes to raising their children. So today's video is not going to be long, ladies. I just want to put a little PSA out there to encourage you that if it's something out there that is destroying you, understand that it's okay to put your self-care first. Not to be selfish, but to have self-care. And before I go, I just want to thank those who have liked and subscribed to my channel. Those of you who are commenting under my posts, I love it. I love to hear back from you guys. And just some of the posts I have found very interesting. Not the posts, the comments. There are some, just going to mention, there are some who comment before they have reached the entirety of the video. And I can tell by your comments that you haven't watched my video all the way through. So I would encourage you to watch it all the way through before you post something that tells me that you ain't read the whole book. You're getting answers wrong on the test because you didn't read the whole book. You're just talking about chapters that weren't even in, catch the analogy, in the book. But anyway, I appreciate it nonetheless. And as always, ladies, thank you so much for watching.